Yeah, and so basically that's why if you see, it's always lower than the level that you reached, where it's the dotted line. That line is circling back and is going under that line. You see? So it's you're going back to test that test or that energy just to see like if you've transmuted it or if you've grown from that, from that energy or that experience that you've experienced. Then you go up and you see it curves down again. So this is the path of enlightenment. So just like when we do work on ourselves and you feel like, oh, you've done the shadow work and you've healed from certain things in your past, and something pops up that reminds you of that thing that you could have sworn you did the work on and you healed from, but it's now surfacing back again in your reality. That's not coincidence. It's for you to be able to acknowledge it and to be able to transmute that energy, acknowledge it, recognize it, transmute the energy, and just a test to see if you've grown from it, just to see how you're going to react to it. Even certain people that we've grown from. Source will, oh, that's YouTube, y'all. Y'all seeing the YouTube. Source will test you just to see if you've grown from whatever energy. There are times when people come into our lives that are just lessons for us. When they resurface, it's just to see if you've really learned that lesson from this being, from this energy. If you've really learned, and it's just a test. It's the master teachers are the ones that experience the most. And when you experience it all, you come into mastery. And you understand and understand how to handle that. It's not from an egotistical standpoint. It's just from I know better, so I do better, and I'm going to show better and be better so I can teach better and be the example. That's what that means. Ashe. And so getting into that, we all have what we consider spirits or what the religions consider sins that we have to overcome. We all have these things that we have to overcome. Nobody is perfect. So let's just start there. Even the spiritual gurus, especially the master teachers, because that's how we learn, is through experience. So, nobody's perfect. Everybody has a past. Everybody has a journey. But we individually come and we are to master these, what we also consider demons, sins, lower energies of ourselves. Thank you, twin. Thank you, Scrappy, for sharing the live. Thank y'all for sending gifts. Thank y'all for tapping up the screen. I love y'all. So like I was saying, we all have these things that we have to overcome. So like I was saying, like they say in religion, we have the seven deadly sins. We have the 7 chakras as well. And when we have to overcome these lower energies of self, it's all about finding balance. That's why the ancestors knew about Ma'at, the law of balance, reciprocity. It's affecting that connection because it's so much and we're already dense in this reality. So the more that you compile into your avatar, the more dense that you become. And it's like you want to have a healthy balance so that you're light enough to be able to receive the uploads, be able to receive the downloads, be able to be in alignment with your higher self and with your ancestors, with your angels, with your spirit guides. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have any type of balance, if you're not fasting, especially around when the moon is in your sun sign, I will keep track of that. Our ancestors knew to fast during that time because that is when the kundalini or the liquid is rising in the spine up into the pineal gland, into the crown. And that is when the door is open. But the door can't open if you're so packed and condensed. I'm speaking from experience because I was a person that ate meat every day almost, just like the regular American diet. But I decided to change my life. I cut out meat. I went on fast and detox. I was going crazy to the point now I'm 130 pounds because I went so hard. I wanted to clean my system out. I said, if I've been eating 30 plus years like this, I need to go hard. And Source told me, you need to do at least 3 months. I did 6, then I did 9. I was fasting and detoxing all year last year. And guess what? I ended up having a Kundalini experience 8 months later after I started my detox. And when I tell y'all, it was one of the best experiences I ever had in my incarnation. One of the best, top hands down, the best euphoric experience and feeling ever. More than anything. More than anything, because in that moment you feel like you are actually a part of everything and everything is a part of you. There's no fear, there's no guilt, there's no shame. It's just love. Unconditional love. Love. Unconditional love. Unconditional love, and then you're open to knowledge and information at the snap. Anything you want to know, you will know because you are now part of the all-knowing. You are now part of everything. Everything is all a part of you. And that experience is what like catapulted me, you know, it catapulted me in my experience to where now I just want to share that with people to let you know, like, it's a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a month. It may not happen in 2 months, 3 months because of all the damage that we've been up under, all the density and the suppression that we've been up under. But it's definitely worth it. Just stay the path. Stay focused. You know, stay dedicated. Keep going within. Keep meditating. Whatever it is that you feel like is a hindrance, your spirit will tell you, put that shit down. You don't need to eat this no more. You know, chicken was the thing for me. Chicken is over with. I don't even want it. Because Source letting me know that is something that is not for nobody. That's GMO. That's genetically modified. You don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Each of us are born with at least one of these that we have to overcome. At least one. Some of us 2, some 3, some of us 4. You know? But that's just what come with it. So I just decided to go over it because like I showed y'all that stupa, these are the certain things that we are overcoming, are these 7 things right here. And those are going to be your test over your path. That'll show you, you know, if you're ready for growth, if you're ready for the next level. And the next level is just another level of consciousness. It's another level of knowing, you know, because we're infinite beings. So the stuff that we think we know, we got a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? But while we're in this, having this human experience, these are the things that we may have to overcome. And these are going to be the lessons that are for your soul to grow. Pride. A lot of us hold that pride, you know, where we start to feel like we're better than one another or one is better than the other. And, you know, we all have infinite divine potential within us. You know, it's all about where you focus your energy and how much that you apply in this physical realm. because we're in the action-based realm. So anything that you focus your energy on and you apply the energy towards you're bound to succeed in that. You're going to attract that. Sloth, laziness, lack of effort. We can't be lazy. Like I just said, we in the action-based realm. We've always been working. We've always had to work. It's up to you to create what type of life that you can see yourself working. What type of work do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? What is it that you want to manifest in your reality? What are your strong suits, which you get from your numerology and your astrology? You know, that is the blueprint to you, your astrology and your numerology. And definitely your numerology, because the numerology trumps the astrology, but everyone is so attracted to astrology, which I get it. But we have to consider these things. That laziness, we can't get anything done with that sloth energy. We all have to produce something out of this life. We all have to apply that masculine energy, which is the output, the divine action, to create anything in this realm. You know, so you can't be lazy. The wrath, the uncontrolled feelings of hatred and anger, that was something I had to grow through, which I think I got through one of my creators, one of my parents. And I'm still working with that. But I found balance with my anger because I'm not easily angered anymore. I understand and understand that when people handle you, they're handling you from whatever energy is resonating within them. It's a projection of how they feel within themselves. It's a projection of their perspective and how they think and how they live their lives. So I no longer get upset unless, like I said, when you're in the knowing, you can choose. So it's like, you know how to tap into your shadow side if you got to protect yourself. Period, point blank. When somebody is trying to try you, then protect yourself. You might have to get a little angry. You might have to tap into your warrior energy, as we are, because we've lived multiple incarnations, multiple lives. You know you got it in you, especially if you're a non-ether being. You know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when to tap into that energy, when you have to protect your port, when you have to protect self, protect your family. You know what I'm saying? And what you're creating. Greed is something that a lot of us deal with because of the illusion that's been placed on the media and the projection and the lies and the American dream and all of these things that we've been told. And you're nothing if you don't have this house or this car or this designer bag or these shoes or this wig or, this car. We've been told that we are not worthy because we don't have certain things. So that will place a person in this mindset of, I need to get this to be something. I need to do this to be something. I need to acquire this to be worthy. That's the biggest lie told. You can create those things for yourself, but that shouldn't be what makes you worth anything. You're worth it because you're here. You're worth it because you have breath. You're worth it for wherever you are right now in your journey and on your path. That is where you are meant to be, because everyone's journey is different. That is for them. It may not be for you. And for the ones that is for it, then it's for you. But it's not for everyone. Everyone is not meant to have that experience. But if you're attracted to those things, that don't necessarily mean that you're not meant to have those things in your reality. It's just meaning that that's not your reason for being. Meaning that will come after. But right now, you got to figure out your reason for being and accomplish and figure out those things. And then you can start to manifest those things. But you got to figure that out first. We are all part of the one. Nobody should be envying anyone. Each of us are a piece of the puzzle. And each of our vibration helps this whole thing run smoothly. No matter how it manifests, there's not one way of being to life. There's not one way of being. Everyone has their reason for being, whether it's of the light or of the dark, or of the righteous path or the unrighteous path. Let's talk about it. Everyone has their reason for being. And we have to start understanding that and knowing that this collective experience that we're having right now is just that. So it's never going to be all bad. It's never going to be all good. It's just going to be what is. And we need to understand and understand that. There's no complaining about the things outside of you that we can't control. You only can control your reality. You can't control anybody else's actions, choices, reality, way of being, beliefs, none of that. Because we're having a shared collective experience with different individual realities playing at the same time. Just like we can watch TV, you can go to one channel, you go to another channel. That don't necessarily mean that what's going on this channel is no longer going on. It's just on a different channel. But all of them is going at the same time. So when these elite people that we consider elites, the fake elites, get on the stage and they project what they want you to believe your reality is, you don't have to accept that. That's an illusion. That's a game. That's a trick. Because if they can make your mind believe something, you're going to start to create it. Especially if you tie an emotion to it. Guess what? We got them. And that's how they become fishers of men, through the media, through grasping your mind. They're fishing your mind. They're fishing your perspective. When you got control over that, you are source in your perspective and your expression. Understand that. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment any questions or anything you would like to add. See y'all on the next one.